On December 17, 2018, notorious blogging platform Tumblr officially started a campaign of systematically flagging and removing all explicit sexual content from its servers. This marked the first time in Tumblr's 11-year history that adult content of this nature was entirely banned from the site. There have been several hooplas about Tumblr's adult content policies since it was bought out by Yahoo in 2013, and the hooplas have been especially frequent and especially spicy since Yahoo was bought out by Verizon in 2017. Prior to the recent adult content ban, previous upsets consisted of implementing bog-standard social media site features like safe mode and blog flagging. Even these relatively benign changes were met with suspicion and criticism from users. There was a vague sense among the community that Tumblr was on a slippery slope, but the speed and severity of the outright adult content ban was highly unexpected. Tumblr struggled with the porn bot problem for many years. These bots would make posts of the meet hot females in your area who are down to bone instantly variety, and tag them with all sorts of innocuous words and phrases. Tumblr gave users the ability to follow specific tags of their choosing, which would cause posts with those tags to show up on the user's dashboard, mixed in with posts created by followed accounts. While I use the followed tag function much more sparingly than others probably did, I'd nonetheless regularly see scantily clad women offering to touch my entirely material and very large penis scattered all over the octopus and astronomy tags. Here's one that showed up in the octopus tag on December 28th of 2018. More invasive bots would also often slide into the DMs to make similar offers. The community at large often tried to push for Tumblr staff to fix the porn bot problem, but it appeared, at least on the user end, that no effort to do this was ever made. On November 16th of 2018, Apple suddenly, and apparently without warning to Tumblr staff, removed the Tumblr app from the iOS App Store. The stated reason for the removal was that Tumblr's outdated content filtering system had allowed child pornography to be posted on the site. Every article I consulted, though, seemed to indicate that Tumblr was running its content against an industry-standard database of illicit content, but that the images that ultimately got the apt can weren't even in the database yet. Something about the App Store takedown smells funky to me, though. Because if some degenerate posted CP on Twitter and slipped under the radar, I sincerely doubt that Twitter would be removed from the iOS App Store outright. I imagine the industry would decry the poster, and not the platform. I think there's probably something else to the takedown, maybe something like an out-of-control bot problem, but this is just me making wild, unsupported assumptions. A somewhat less wild assumption is that the App Store takedown provided a very convenient catalyst for a newly Verizon-owned Tumblr to rapidly purge content that made it unappealing to advertisers. Naturally, they can't tell their user base that they're deleting significant swaths of their content to sell ads, but they can quite easily tell them that they're removing content to protect the children. Is there anything lost if Tumblr ultimately pulls the plug on itself? Many of Tumblr's most appealing features were closer to those of the old internet sites like LiveJournal and GeoCities than those of its contemporaries like Facebook and Instagram. It offered anonymity, a platform where users weren't required or even encouraged to link their blog to their real name. It offered a platform where no particular form of content was prioritized above others. One could become popular on Tumblr as a writer, a musician, or a purveyor of sexy Overwatch fan art. It offered a chronological timeline, which I've repeatedly seen cited as the sole reason that many users remained on the site, even after it became clear that they were aboard a sinking ship. The chronological dashboard is one of the reasons that I stuck around as long as I did. Tumblr also had a long-standing reputation for being populated by fat, blue-haired weeaboos with radical notions of gender identity. And yeah, it was. But that isn't a valid argument for it lacking value any more than Reddit's population of 26-year-old epic bacon bros makes it lack value. This subset of unnaturally dyed leftist and Homestuck fans is the very same subset who would have been the goth shut-ins posting fanfiction on LiveJournal if they'd been born 15 years earlier. Indeed, huge swaths of LiveJournal's community eventually migrated to Tumblr after being set adrift by a similar adult content purge on LiveJournal called the Strike-Through in 2007. This is a group of people who is in equal parts unwilling and unable to thrive on the average modern social media platform. This group of people largely doesn't go online to talk to people they already know about their day-to-day lives. They go online to form new connections around obscure mutual interests, usually fandom and art. This is a group who produces the lion's share of fan art, fanfiction, and dank memes that eventually propagate into every other corner of the web. Tumblr's adult content ban is forcing this group to splinter and migrate at an alarming rate. Everyone wants out, but no one knows where to go. There's currently no other platform that offers the features and freedom needed for a multifaceted artistic community to thrive. At least none that also don't require creators to climb over a paywall, associate their real-world identity, or surrender the rights to their creative work. Thanks, Verizon. I hope the ads were worth it.